Alright, as usual, you know, things go on, things go down, so it's time to flip the script in the program. We're going to talk about light skin versus dark skin. Why is that a problem in our race, light skin and dark skin? You know, that they get treated better, that they are liked more. We had a show about this before. It was real hot, real controversial, and a lot of people called in, but now we're going to talk about it. Me and you.
Yeah, right. Not because we're dark skinned per se, you know. So don't you all get all twisted and feel some type of way about what we're saying, because we understand it really no difference right now. Because you light skinned and the dark skin, we all in the same boat right now. Or do we?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't think so. It's always been. I mean, you got problems everywhere, but it's always been like the light skin have always been a step above.
Well, you know, white people have always had a problem with us darkies. If I can say it like that, they always have a problem with that. But you know, and they know when you study the history and you study all the slave books and all that, we understand you did that to divide us and conquer us and try to control us and put division among us. But what you forgot was whether you're a light-skinned light-skinned person or a dark-skinned person, it really doesn't matter. It determines on who your father is, determine what type of spirit you're going to have in you. Because it's really your spirit. But as far as the way the rest of the world thinks, they prefer to deal with a light-skinned person because dark skin intimidates them. And it's a dominant gene anyway.
Not all the time.
No.
Because I have a girlfriend who her baby is by someone Spanish, and the baby looks Spanish. Like, he didn't come out looking black skinned.
Well, how do you know her baby daddy wasn't of a white man or of his seed, and that he looked in Spanish, but he was white?
His parents were from, you know, Puerto Rico.
It doesn't matter. You can ask white people in Puerto Rico.
I mean, you got people everywhere, but I'm saying their heritage. I'm saying their heritage. You just saying that our stuff is so dominant.
It is.
All
black Americans DNA, your whole matrix is a dominant system. That's why most of the nations don't deal with you like that. Because they know once a black man or a black woman intermarry them, our traits or our DNA is a dominant factor.
That's not all the time.
It is all the time. All the time.
Not all the time.
See, this is what I get annoyed with, and a lot of you get mad at. I'm not talking nothing crazy. All you gotta do is go ask a doctor or go study some real DNA tests, and you find out what I said was true.
I'm just talking about how the kids come out. I'm saying if your DNA is in you, fine. But I'm saying sometimes the children come out looking very light, looking whitish, or looking Spanish, and not dark.
The reason for that is because the black man and black woman have the whole full genetic code of all races within them. You can bring forth any nation out of you. All the nations came from us anyway. Don't you know that?
But white woman, right? A white woman, yeah, she can have a baby, and she has the baby, and the baby can still come out looking white or black. The same thing.
No.
Yes.
Listen to me. Here's your problem, right? What you're not understanding. The black man and the woman brought forth all races in the world. He brought the white man forward. He brought the Africans forward. He brought the Chinese, the Egyptians. All races come from what we call the so-called black American, the black man and woman. All races. We can at any time have a light skin or a dark skin. But the key is now, when they...
But can white people...
No, they can't. They don't have...
All right, what y'all think about that now? Is somebody out there who got some real knowledge? Okay, more than I have, because I'm admit I don't know all about the sciences and DNA. I'm just going by what I see. So if you got a comment about that, call in, let them know, so I can hear this feedback.
No, that's fine with me. Whenever you get ready, apologize for making me feel like you don't know what the hell you're talking about.
That's all right. I don't know everything. Like, you can't understand. You don't, but you act like you do. It's all right.
What I just said was right.
It's not true.
I guarantee you it is. And you know what?
I done seen it with my own eyes. It's not true.
You don't see a lot of things. That's the problem, y'all.
You the one got on dark glasses, so maybe that's why you couldn't understand the truth.
Maybe I don't want to look at you. Maybe you make me mad looking at you.
Blind, that's what it is. Blind. All issue. We're going to talk about why are a lot of black people still poor and broke.
Well, number one, America has set it up that you became what we call a broke slave type of class. It's been set up from the beginning. That's why. No matter what you do.
It's America's fault.
America has done that to you. And if you don't believe me, go check the history. Go check the laws. They did everything, and they still perpetuate these laws. And now you say, well, that's not existing no more. I say that the same policies that was back in the 16, 17, 1800s, 1900s are still in effect in the 2009. Because now they said, all right, we'll free you, but then they trick you with all these other, what we call liberal thought patterns, and just make you more dumber than you were before.
But it's not because some of us don't want to work hard, like, because we really got that mentality of kings and queens, and it's like in your system sometimes that you don't want to work hard. You want things a little easy for you. I mean, could that possibly be it, or is it just society alone?
No, you know what happened? I'm going to try to explain this very easy but complex question you put forward. First of all, within our genetic code, we already know we went through slavery. And we already know somebody owes us something. We're trying to wait. We actually, in our soul, know that people owe us something. We wait for them to give it to us. They're not going to give it to you. So you need to get out of that thinking pattern. Number two, right? We're tired from all the years that they have put us through what they have done to us as black people. No other nation has been put through slavery and still go through slavery the way we have been going through it and continue to go through it. It's not that we don't want to work, but what good is working when you can't benefit it, and every time you benefit, the man or the slave master always figure out how to take it back from you at the end of the day anyway. So,
some people have money, so maybe it's like I said, you got to learn what other people do sometime to rise up. And who's teaching us?
Yeah.
How do we learn what they're doing so we can better ourselves?
Okay. They get money, but that don't mean that's your money or their money. They're living what we call a slave modernized society. You can get all the money you want. They can take it from you anytime they want after they put you in a certain situation. That's how it works. Look at all the great and rich black Americans. And I don't want to start talking about any names. They have black Americans that made money, been successful and rich, and they was able to take them out and take their money all within a year or two. See,
I'm not saying it's not possible.
I know what the game is, and I want to say it clear. The black people in America, you are allowed by this system to get to a certain echelon, and that's all. Because the real game is not money. The real game is called wealth and power. And I'll say it again, wealth and power. The power to control and the wealth to do it with. And you black people in America, Puerto Ricans and Jamaicans, we don't have that. Because the system is designed not to give it to you.
But some people do have it because they got unity. I keep saying that.
Again,
they have it. They have it more. They might not have the masses where they can buy a $500,000 pocketbook, but they got more than some people who can't even afford a Metro card right now.
Say it again to you, right? The real game is to control your own destiny. The real game is to control your own money, your means of operation, your people. When another race of people can determine when you go to war, when another race of people can determine the interest rate, whether to raise it or lower, when another race of people can tell you how much a house is going to cost, when another race of people can tell you how much shoes are going to cost, you are under another man's system and operation. So therefore, you are nothing more than under their control, and therefore, as long as they control it, you can't excel but to the point that they want you to.
All right, but if that is true, right?
That is true.
You need to excel somewhere. We're not excelling at all.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Even if they said this is the max, why are we down here? Can we at least get up here?
Yeah, because you're too busy arguing with me when I'm trying to wake you up.
Because you don't want to listen. As usual. That's why we can't get nowhere.
I'm trying to wake you up, and you busy arguing with me.
I'm not arguing. I'm listening to you talk. I ain't say a word. I made a statement just now. That's it.
Dude, you see all the people out there in TV land? I can see them falling on the floor right now, what I just said.
I realize that this is not how we are supposed to live. We are supposed to live as kings and queens.
Thank you. So, the reason we fell, now I'm glad you said that, so now I'm going to plug this in more into you now. We're not living that way because we did something wrong.
So give us
No.
awareness, baby. Enlighten us.
You know what? That's too deep right now. I don't know.
No. No, D-Nice. Enlighten us. Enlighten your viewers.
You want to hear?
It have to start from. We got to start from here now. Come on, I want to hear
Don't
this.
force me out.
I'm forcing you out. Real conversation.
All right. She asked for it. I told her I was trying to finish my question. I know she tried to run from me after I said. But I want to tell you why the so-called Black American, West Indian, Puerto Ricans, Cubans, and all the Spanish tribes in North Central South America, why we're in the condition we're in. Because none of you really deal with that. So now let me explain. What you want to do is look into the scriptures. The Heavenly Father already told you that he was going to put us in this condition for breaking his law.
Yes.
He
Yes.
said, I haven't done with the rest of the people, but I want to deal with you because you're a special group of people to me. So I'm going to pay you back for not listening to me. And he said in the latter days, which is the end times of where we are now, he said that we was going to be in captivity under our enemies. Now, you can read that in Deuteronomy. I want to tell you where to go. Deuteronomy 28:68. Matter of fact, you can read Leviticus and Deuteronomy, and it explains the condition and the problems that we're in and how we got there. Because Moses tried to warn you hardheads back then, like I'm trying to warn you now. But this modern day slavery, I don't know if all you're going to make it out. But 130,
We're not making it out.
Our
generation is not even making it to the age of 20.
But yeah, well, the majority of them ain't going to make it. But see, you should feel blessed that you made it past your 20s and 30s and your 40s. Most of these kids ain't going to live to be 10 years old. Most of them are AIDS infested because of the crime of homosexuality and all the other diseases they put forward in that perverted way in which they act. And not only that, there's so many other diseases that come because of the unnatural things they're doing.
Right, exactly. And that's what's bringing the slaves back.
Well, the slave mentality is here.
Slave mentality.
That's why I call you a bunch of runaway slaves all the time.
Bunch of runaway slaves.
That's why I call you that. Now you know why I call, because you refuse to come back to some true knowledge and straighten yourselves out and get back to the level.
Do you think they know how?
The first thing is admit that you're damaged. The first thing you got to do is admit that something is wrong. Something is wrong among our people. When you can admit that to yourself, that's the beginning of you reconstructing yourself. But if you act like everything is all right and it's good, whatever, and all that old foolishness that we do, just because you want to be cool, you want to be bad, you want to be all that ain't going to work. What's going to work is you got to start dealing with yourself, your mentality, your power, yourself, your being, who you are, and then you got to deal with your God, which is your creator of all creations. And after you get that right, now you start to get real. Did I take it where you need to go?
Hey, we've been saying it all night.
I had to say it for you.
Yeah, well, you said it for me, we said it for each other, and we saying it now to our viewers.
Well, get to the next topic.
Well, the next topic is why do people do wrong and they think they're right?
Okay.
Well, maybe, I don't know what you think about that, but I think that,
In other words, if a woman acts like a whore and thinks she's right, and I don't mean to just keep harping on.
What do you mean acting like a whore?
Hold on a second. Don't get all personal with this thing. Don't get
I just want you to define acting like a whore.
I want to clarify it, princess. I noticed when I used to go to this whole spot and the girls dancing on the table, they didn't want to be known as a whore. How can you not be known as a whore when you're acting like a whore? Actually, I don't get that about you women. When are you going to deal with your actions and what you do? If you're going to act like a hoe, be a hoe. If you're going to be a woman, be a woman. If you're going to be decent, be decent. Don't get mad when people call you for what you are. And that goes for the brothers, too. If you're going to act like a bitch ass man, then be a bitch ass man. When you act like a real man and want to deal with real knowledge, then accept yourself. Don't get all emotional and mad and want to fight with me because I'm trying to show you some real knowledge. That's what I'm trying to say. So I'm saying black people, why do black people do wrong and they think they're right? Because they have lost their minds. So my job and your job and anybody who's conscious, we need to talk to these fools and remind them that you're not well. You need to go home, look in the mirror, and talk to yourself.
And that's where it starts with
And
self.
stop arguing with me all the time.
Well, I'm not arguing with you,
Yeah,
D
you're
Nice.
not arguing. Excuse me. You're not arguing with me, but everybody else do. Because I'm not really saying anything wrong. I'm just trying to put some reality to this game because you only got one life to live. You ever notice that?
Yes.
How many times you gonna live in this world? How many times I'm gonna
Once.
see you and see anybody else?
Once.
One time. After that, you die, I die, we all die. Then you gotta deal with the creator. Because then you gotta put you back in this world to go through the same thing that you gotta go through until you learn the right way. But let me tell you something else. Now I'm gonna take her to a little higher level. Now, I don't know if you already heard this. There's what you call a second death. There's one death that all men and women go through. But there's a second death that's a major problem, which I'll deal with that in the future. Because you know what? She's been such a nice guest. I don't want to deal with that right now. 'Cause that's happening. So why don't you get to the next thing?
Why do you believe our own? Oh, why do we believe our own lies?
Yeah,
Well, you know, if you keep telling the lie over and over, of course you're gonna start believing your own lies because you're repeating it.
right. So in other words, when you start lying to yourself, or you can
Well, you know, the saying is when you tell a lie, you're only lying to yourself.
and that lie continues to grow, and you become.
Because you have to tell another lie, and another lie, and another lie, and another lie, and you're a liar.
Now, I thought I felt you. You was talking about men, wasn't you?
No. I'm talking about anyone that lies. Whether you're a child, whether you're an adult, man, woman, whichever way you say it. Once you tell a lie, that means, like they said, once you a liar, you always a liar. Because you can't tell the truth after you told the lie, because you're going to have to tell another lie to make up for that lie.
So what we need to do is,
real conversation, real talk. That's all it's about, being real.
But I want to say one thing, Princess. I want to say one thing, right? Now, you can lie to your enemies. And I would say not be truthful with everybody. What I say is, you don't have to say nothing if you don't want to tell the truth.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah,
The best thing for me, the best thing that works for me is not to say nothing at all.
Thank you. If you can't trust the people you're around, don't say anything. Because if we start lying, all you're going to do is get
caught up in something else, and then you're going to have to make something up for that one. And then sometimes people can't even remember the first lie that they told in the first place. So it's best not to say nothing at all.
Thank you. So could you go to the next question?
The next topic.
The next topic.
I love you too, D-Nice. Thank you for having me here. The next one is sex good for us? Let me, just to talk about that. Sometimes I just sit around and I talk to the men just to see where their head is at, And I was talking to a young man, and he tells me that if he don't have sex, he's not good at what he do. But we talk about the men now. We talk about the men now, because it's really the men that this topic is for.
No, you women control the sex mode. See, men control the power mode. You women really dominate when it comes to sex.
Okay, so how do we dominate when it comes to sex? Give us,
You got me all sidetracked, so I know you dominate. So, look, come on, keep it real. Stay focused. Yeah, that's why, yeah.
Well, I don't know. I was told that sex was good to help the men to go out. I'm saying, just talking to men and getting information. I was told this from a young man that, the sex help you guys to think and to go out there and work harder to get the money to bring the bacon back to the house, to take care of the kids if you are even in the household with the children. But, it's just a saying, I guess, to get it. I don't know. It don't work for me. I mean, sex is good. Don't get me wrong.
The thing is this, right?
The
thing is this, right? Let me clear.
Oh, no, that's not true. Let me take that back.
Yeah,
Let me take it back. Because, if I have a good man and he's what I mean?
He handling his business.
And he handling his business, it wouldn't be nothing that I wouldn't do. I will be in that kitchen cooking that breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
And he'll be at his job making sure you get his money. So let's get it right.
Make sure that we get it right and get it tight. If you don't take care of your man, he's going to definitely go out and find someone else to take care of him the right way, and he's going to be out there making that money for the other one that's taking care of him.
That's real talk.
And he only going to give you maybe 1%, maybe.
no, a third. Anyway.
Well,
Right,
okay, D-Nice, we go with the third.
Okay, well, you know what? So that's the lesson for you women. I'm not saying you gotta give him sex every night, and you men stop doing that to these women because their body wasn't made for that. You know, I could see, hitting that body twice, 3 times a week, but stop this every night thing. Okay, so that's a little bit too much. So I want to get to because
how do we get to do our jobs if we land on our backs all day and all night? We won't be able to do things. So you men have to understand that we have to take a break somewhere because we have a job that we have to complete too. As you know, a woman's job is never finished.
Thank you. Look, this is the first time I'm agreeing with 3 of her topics. All right, but I know I'm coming to that hour of that show to end. So I want to say something about sex with her. One thing I want to say, because a viewer had told me to deal with this, I want to try to deal with this in the next 3-4 minutes. There are things that you are doing wrong among ourselves, particularly the 12 tribes and black people, Puerto Rican, Spanish, and Jamaicans. There's things that you shouldn't be doing. And I'm talking about that backdoor stuff. And a woman told me to address that. That is referred to as sodomy. And then I know that America's saying, it's okay. Some women like it. But I'm telling you, some men like it. Brothers, y'all going to have to stop doing that because that's creating a lot of diseases, a lot of germs. And it's forbidden. You go to Leviticus laws, you go to Deuteronomy laws. You gotta have to stop that. It's just not good hygiene. I know America tripped us up, and I know you women want to please your man, because a lot of men thinking like that, and it got to do with the society. But we gotta reconfigure our minds and clean ourselves up. So all that backdoor sex, that anal stuff, you need to stop.
A lot of times people say that when the men like it so much that they have feminine. A little bit of...
Yeah, and you're right. I'll say it for you because you act like he must be some bitch ass and have some bitch ass in him just because you want to do it with a woman. See, you're going to have to, the man, you're going to have to stop doing that because the anal or the colon wasn't made for that. So what I want to do is, I know that's a hot topic. I want to conclude this. I want to thank Princess, give us some shout outs right now because
I want to give a shout out to my children, Supreme, Kenya and Kenyatta, and my company, Supreme and Kenyatti's Models Productions, my models, my actors, and all my supporters. I have crossover TV, my girl Kendra, and my man right here, D-Nice. I'm going to give a shout out to him. A real conversation. I'm glad that I was here tonight, and just, let's get it together, people. Let's get it together. Let's get the respect in the community so that we can get unity to get the empowerment, to have the power to do what it is that we need to do. It's our time now.
Thank you. You've been a wonderful host. And remember, like I always say, if you don't stand for something, you fall for anything.
Let me just give them, if you want to get in touch with me, my MySpace page is www.myspace.com/KENYATTI. If you want to get booked for any shows, commercials, even talk shows like D-Nice Talk Show, come on, look me up, MySpace.
Thank you, Kendra. Love you too. Princess, I love you all. I'll see you at the next show. You gotta really be from the old school to know what I say. Work that jiggle, work that thing. Oh, come on. Hey, Marty, I'm ready to go in right now. Y'all ready? 3, 2, 1. Somebody do an old school dance right now. Somebody do an old school dance right now. Somebody do the run dance. I wanna rock right now. I'm my bass and I came to get down. I'm not internationally known, but I'm all man to money for. I'm stupid, I mean outrageous. Stay away from me if you're contagious. Cause I'm the man. I'm not a loser, but to be an MC is what I choose. Ladies love me, girls adore me. I mean, even the ones who never saw me. let's go. Hey, Ronnie, remember this shit right here? If we really from the old school, come with me. Now, if you're really from the old school this time, somebody say, can I get some show clapping? Can I get some show clapping? Can I get some show clapping? Somebody help me out now. Somebody say the roof. The roof. On Charlie. But my life is incomplete and I'm so blue. Oh, I can't get next to you. Old school, baby. You know what it is. Hey, girlfriend. You know that I love you. And every time I look at you, like, I can't love myself. Ooh. I love you and nobody else. When I think about you, baby, you know what? In and out my life. Come and you go. Come and you go. Leaving just your picture in life. And I'll kiss it up now. 371, where the hell you at right now? I'm proud to see your suitcase at the door. Remember good times, don't you go some more. It's not a perfect love, I've been dancing. I love it even when God has intended. Gotta love, gotta love. Not over between you and me. Are you still sober? Hey, girlfriend. No man get you old school flavor full of black right now. Let's go, let's go, let's go. You have to be here to know about this. All of my people at the bar right now, let's get it in. We ain't thinking, we just drinking. My co-pilot is about to check in. I'm gonna tell you like this one time. Hey, yo, Rush, where you at? Hey, Rush, where you at? Yeah, you been good, man. You been real. Yes, sir, yes, sir. Oh, man. Right now. Hey, yo, Rush, right after this start, let me get my weight out. You heard me? What you said? Right after the break on this joint right here. Another exciting show, real conversation, real entertainment. You know, it's funny. I got Belinda by herself, and you know, I've been trying to explain to her. Of course, I'm sorry, it's D-Nice for you who don't know me. I know you know me. And Belinda, say hello, Belinda.
What's up?
You know, me and her have our difference of mindsets, difference of thought pattern, difference of solution, but we all still trying to get to the same thing. But one of the problems is, like I always tell you women, and I'm talking to Belinda, because you are a woman, you don't get to the end of the problem correctly. And you know why you don't?
And why do you say that?
Because you don't listen to your man. Just like this lady said. Just like this lady, Shahrazad. Just like Shahrazad Ali said, you don't listen to us no more. I'm not telling you listen to any man. I'm not telling you listen to Raheem, the drug dealer, the guy on the street. I'm not telling you. But when you find men that have knowledge and understanding, you should at least try to consider what we're trying to tell you.
But you know what the problem is, D-Nice? There's a lack of those type of men that you're talking about.
Well, I'm here right now.
I don't know if you're the one, but what I'm saying is there's such a low percentage of brothers that you're talking about that when the sisters, you know, I can understand why you're upset. However, when you bring this book up to me, I'm like, she's talking about a different type of man.
No, she's not.
The men that us women today are not dealing with.
But no, the problem what you don't understand, let me try to enlighten you a little bit, right? She's talking about particular the black man, and then also the Puerto Ricans, the West Indians, and all the Spanish trying to mess in, the Cubans, Dominicans, Panamanians, all those people. Because once one do it, all do it.
True.
In other words, once the black man get out of order, everybody else get out of order. Whether people want to believe that or accept it or not.
So why is the black man out of order?
Why is the black man out of order? I'll tell you why the black man's out of order. Here's the problem. He has become a homeborn slave.
So now you find it the opportunity to blame it on a white man.
No, I didn't blame none of it.
But when it comes to dealing with black men and black women, you're going to look at the woman who's a Muslim belief.
Wait, stop that. I need you to be quiet. I need you to be quiet for a second. First of all, Shahrazad Ali is not coming from a Muslim perspective. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I need you to be quiet for a second. I need you to be quiet for a second. Look. I said I'm gonna answer everything you want from me if you could just be quiet. Now, Shahrazad Ali is an author. What Belinda is trying to deceive you all at. She trying to make you think that when this woman wrote this book, she's trying to put a Arab or Muslim belief on you. Certainly not. Wait a minute. Wait.
Why wouldn't it be a Muslim belief?
If you can be quiet, I'll explain it to you. She never told you in her book that she said for you to be a Muslim.
No, but her belief system is a Muslim belief.
All right.
So this is her.
All right, enough of you already. What do you believe in?
I believe in love, man.
And what is that based on? And where did you get it from? And what book or what God or what power force do you believe it in from?
You know where the love comes from?
I want to know, where did you get what you say that you're about from?
My environment. My mother, my father, my aunts, my family, the people I choose to be with, that's where I get everything from.
Right, I had enough of this foolishness, right? You know the problem with you women is you deal with your emotions too much. Who told you your emotions is God? Who told you your emotions is Lord? Who told you your emotions is right?
Emotions are something that is human nature.
I said, I'm going to ask you one more time. Who told you your emotions is law or law of life? Who told you that?
Not you.
Yeah.
Not anyone. It's nature.
All right.
That's human nature. Human. It's a nature. Our emotions come from our environment, our childhood, our teenagehood, our adulthood. That's where our emotions come from. Our parents teach us emotion. Our neighbors teach us emotion. Everyone teaches us emotion. It comes from within and it comes from without. It takes two. It takes the environment.
That's not emotion.
Yes, it does. It's a feeling. It's a feeling that comes upon you from your experience of life. That's where emotions grow. And it also, to me, in my personal belief, I deal with emotion. Yes, it is. How we feel, how a man makes us feel.
No.
A man makes us feel. What is emotion?
I'm so glad you finally shut up. You know what the problem with you women is? You don't shut up enough to learn. Here's what emotion. Emotion is more than a consumption of feelings that you acquired in your brain, in your senses. That's all your emotions are.
You're not telling me.
Wait a minute. That's all it is. Now,
everybody has
all that. Now we got a side guest got the nerve to come up in my show.
What's emotions, D-Nice? Answer the question. And the lady, our side host said, our side guest said, our emotions are what we feel. What we feel.
No, you know what? Your feelings ain't gonna help you get out of this condition.
Yes, it does.
It ain't.
Yes, it
it's
can.
not. It's
yes,
not.
It will. It can if you have the positive emotion.
Your feelings. Look.
Enviousness, jealousy, and all the things that are preached in here. If we get rid of those emotions, we could get to what we have to get to.
The problem with all you runaway slaves in America is that you haven't a clue. I won't let you read it. Now, why don't you read it for yourself?
It says, read it before she does.
Yeah, that's
the black man's guide to understand the black woman. Now, I want to hear from a black man's point of view about the situation.
You know what?
And not from a Muslim belief.
Why don't you go give me all your greatest? I want to say, I want to challenge Belinda right now on the show, brothers and sisters, right? Brothers and sisters, I want. I'm not.
So the thing is, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you, brother. Let me tell you something, brother.
Keep talking.
You want to understand the black woman? I can tell you. I I could tell you about a black woman because I'm a perfect example. To understand us, black women, you know what we want? You know what we want from our black men?
What?
Protection.
Yeah, look,
We
wait,
want-
wait,
we want-
Wait a minute.
For you to provide for us.
All right, let me.
No, and
Wait,
what I see from today's black man, very selfish.
All right,
Very selfish in their thought pattern. They're not thinking about providing, protecting that black woman.
Let's read it.
This woman I know is being protected by her Muslim man
No, you keep.
who has values and a belief system that is beyond what the black American thinks. They have a belief system. They have a moral system in which she's talking about. Don't bring her up in, don't bring her in this thing because she's a Muslim belief.
First of all, Belinda's trying to make you believe that this woman trying to put Muslim.
Submissive.
Wait a minute. I let you talk. When can I talk?
she's submissive.
But where can I talk? Where can I talk?
So if you so feel so strong, headstrong about this,
I am.
why don't you get her on the show with us?
Now, here we go. Miss
Get
Shahrazad.
her on the show with us.
Whenever you can come on, please come on so I can straighten out these bugged out black women and the Spanish women in West Indies. Now, here's the problem with you women. The black man, black woman in America have a problem. They don't get along. Before the black man can devise a solution, he must know the components of the problem. The first fact is that the black woman is out of control. Why is she out of control? She does not submit to the guidance by her God-given mate, the black man. Her intention is to overthrow and to do the black man is motivated by several factors. And that really goes when you bulldaggers and you women that act like you submit. Because you could never be us. You never will be us. And you ain't got the qualifications. Let me clear that up. Wait a minute. I'm not finished. Get out the way. I'm not finished.
Producing anything.
Why are you women trying to...
Black men are not producing.
Why are you women trying to look like men? If you hate us so much, how come women trying to look like men, trying to act like men, dress like men? You are not men. You will never be us. No, I'm talking. Look, I'm not. No, you don't make me turn that camera. We got a side guest trying to interrupt what I'm trying to say. So let me finish what I'm talking about, right? So her intention is to overpower and subdue the black man is motivated by several factors. The most prevalent one is her self-inflicted, nearly psychotic insecurities. Her disrespect for the black man is a direct cause for the destruction of the black family. So, unfortunately for you women, right? And I'm going to say this without any hesitation. You women are out of control, especially you want to think you men. You the worst, the ones out of control, and you want to go after them and follow behind those. You a second, and the third one of your group is the ones that don't say nothing about it. Because you the ones supposed to be straightening out and sticking up and saying, where's the woman? Because I'm already dealing with you emotional men. I'm dealing with the men. But I'm tired of everybody letting them. I'm tired of letting them. Wait a minute.
You don't deal with the men, D-Nice. You're very one-sided. That's why I question your personal issues with women because you are so one-sided.
It's not a personal thing.
To bashing women when it takes two. And I keep on telling you, it takes two to make a baby. If you want to be happy in this life, it takes two, a male, female. It takes two. You cannot put all the blame. You cannot put all the blame on, no. We're psychotic insecurities because you men are not helping us raise our daughters and our sons. You men are out here having babies in the city bars everywhere. You're in the bar every night drinking. Everybody's out there doing blasphemy, all right? So don't blame it on the women. It takes two to raise kids. It takes two to have a baby. That's what I'm talking about. It takes two. Don't put all the pressure on a woman. It takes two. I'm not one-sided like you are, D-Nice. I'm saying, yes, it's the woman, but it's also the man. And it takes two. Don't sit up here and make our sisters out there feel insecure about what they're doing. We need you men to be better fathers. We need you men to be better grandfathers, uncles,
You know what?
neighborhood
You know what?
and in community members,
Can I
all right?
respond?
We need
Can
you
I
in our
respond?
neighborhoods.
Can I respond? You know why we can't be good fathers?
Because the woman.
Well, no, you know why? You women keep getting us arrested. You keep talking about, wait a minute. Oh, I'm not done with it. No. Hey, Skip.
You don't know how. That's how. You can't be a good father because you don't know how.
All right, son,
Because you want to talk, because you didn't have your father.
You know what the problem with you women? I want to say this categorically, right? Number one, you're psychotic insecurity because you think you in America. Wait, you got anybody else got something to say? The problem with the women is this, like the woman said.
Muslim woman.
No, why you gotta keep saying it?
Because that's what
No.
she is.
No.
She has her belief pattern. Her
No. You're psychotic. You're a psychotic insecurity because you thinking you're going to overthrow it. You're not. The women ain't going nowhere. Wait a minute.
We're taking care of everything. We're taking care of 70% of our children out there. We are taking over, bro. Y'all not doing anything. We're raising our children. We're doing it to the best of our ability because the brothers are not stepping up to the plate, doing what they do to do with our children. Take them to the doctor. Take them to school. Go to the teachers and see what's going on. Your brothers are not doing that. You're out here going to the next woman, having another baby, doing the thing over and over again. When are you brothers going to wake up and learn how to be men? Grow up. Grow up. Be a man. Take care of yours. It's not about money. It's not about the money. And I'm telling you this from a black woman's point of view. It's not about the money. If I have a child with a man and he don't have money, guess what? Take them off my hands. Give me a break. Take them for a weekend. Take them for a week. Take them for the summer. You know what I'm saying? Take them. But y'all not doing that. You know why? Because y'all want to have your cake and eat it too. Y'all want to be out there in the titty bars, in the bars, spending your money instead of spending that time with your kids and spending that money on your children. Don't give me that. Step it up. And the black men of yesterday is not like the black men of today. The black men of yesterday married their women they had children with. The black men of yesterday provided and protected their family. The men of today are not doing that. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all not protecting us. We're getting killed. Our brothers, our sons are getting killed out here in the street. You brothers just laying around like lame ducks doing nothing. That's what I'm talking about. You're not protecting our children. You're not protecting the women. And that's what y'all are supposed to do. That's what y'all are supposed to do. And y'all are not doing the job. So that's why we're out of control because we've been in control too long and your brothers haven't stepped up to the plate. That's what I'm talking about. You want to use this? Okay, I could dissect this for you, bro. I could dissect it. But she's talking about a man who is taking care of their business. And we don't see that in today's society. We don't see that. I don't see that in the Bronx. I don't see that in New York City. I don't see that anywhere in the United States. Because the 70% of us raising our children by ourselves. That's what I'm talking about. What's up?
All right. You know what? There's a person, I don't know what got into it. She was right. Some of the things she said was right. No. Some of the things Belinda said was right. It's about
two. It's the two of us, man. I'm not putting the blame on you.
No,
and I don't want you to put the blame all on us. It takes two. We all got to look in the mirror. Women, men, all have to look in the mirror.
Well, here's the problem, Belinda, some of the things you say, I'm going to acknowledge. And I'm surprised at you. Actually, I was a little surprised, right? I ain't got nothing to say.
But you know what? That's what I'm saying, D-Nice. I understand your point of view. However, you're upset and you're in the, what do they call, in awe of things because it might be affecting you. But women and men, both of us, it takes two. Both of us have to take care of our business. Women, I'm reading, and as I read, I'm growing. Every day I'm trying to grow, and that's what we have to do as individuals every day is grow. Regardless of what I read, I'm learning new words. Whether it be a novel, biography, I'm reading and I'm learning new words to increase my vocabulary. And that's what I'm talking about. I don't care if you read this. Increase your vocabulary. We won't be talking all this slang that's not going to get us everywhere. That slang, yo, you heard, what up, dog, and all of that nonsense we talk on the street, that's not going to get us a job. That's not going to get us to that next level. All this ghetto talk and all that, you heard, and the N-word and MFR and we cursing and all of this nonsense, we are not going to get anywhere if we continue the behavior that we have. I'm losing my voice because you know D-Nice, I love my people. I love my people, man. And I'm like, yo, we got to step it up. You know why? Because I want my daughter to meet a decent man. And the looks of it, she's going to meet a guy with his pants hanging off his butt, his hair looking like, you know, who done it? You're not showing me you're going to go out there and get a decent job or be an entrepreneur to make it out there in the world. I want to see my daughter have a better life. And we should all want our children to have a better life. That's what I'm living for everything to get better. I don't want things to get worse, but how we're going, what we're doing, we're on the road to destruction.
Yeah, we are. And
Yes,
what are you going to do about it?
That's why.
What are you... Wait, you know what? I'm glad you went there. The road of destruction. How are we going to turn around? Because America's on the road to destruction.
Well, it shows like this, D-Nice, that when we talk about black love, black consciousness, black respect, and we get the word out, and we keep it moving to the next state, to, you know, the whole country, we got to start talking positive and way of black love, respect, and consciousness. That's the only, and family.
Does black love include hard love?
Yes, it do.